We move at the highest levels, and just because she cannot get the answer she wants, if she would like to give me facts, she seems short on facts, long on hot air, and I will not stand for that.
She didn't come to ask Bessent a question. She just came to call Trump corrupt. And the second that she crossed that line, Bessent shut that down immediately.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Secretary, nice to have you back before our committee. Mr. Secretary, do you believe that all Americans should follow our tax laws?
Yes, Congress.
Yes, good. So do I. And do you believe that for those Americans who break our tax laws, they should be audited or held accountable?
Well, I think there are two things there. An audit is not a result of breaking the law.
Yes or no? Simple question.
Well, no, it's not a simple question.
Frame it differently.
Okay, then let me break it into two. Do you think they should?
If you're asking me,
please don't
should every
interrupt
taxpayer
me.
be audited?
Please answer that. I came here for answers. If you came here to waste time,
Wow.
I'm going to try to make sure you don't do that. Do you believe that
Got it.
people who lie on their tax returns should be audited?
Yes.
Guys, the problem is that people who do not lie on their tax reports still get audited. So again, he's right. An audit does not specifically mean you are someone who broke the law, guys.
Okay, do you think that people who break our laws should be held accountable, our tax laws?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Very simple. Not a hard question. I'm glad we agree.
That wasn't the question,
So
though.
why is it that you are allowing President Trump to have complete immunity from being audited?
Again, I'm going to have to refer you to my previous statements, and
What was your previous statement,
that
sir?
I am unable to comment on any of the ongoing litigation.
Okay, can you name the ongoing case concerning President Trump's immunity from audit?
Sorry?
Can you name?
There are three cases.
Can you name them,
that-
please?
That are out there now, and I will be happy to get back to you on those, because again, I am not a lawyer.
Okay.
We are represented by the DOJ.
Great, you said that you can't because there's ongoing litigation. You'll get me the name of the ongoing litigation, because the only ongoing litigation that I know of is surrounding the $1.8 million slush fund, which has already been suspended. The fact is that the judge's ruling in the litigation that references that slush fund only addresses the anti-weaponization fund. It doesn't even address Trump's immunity from audit. So I would like to ask unanimous consent to enter into the record the judge's order in the Floyd versus Department of Justice case.
Without objection.
Thank you. Now, Secretary, you said you're not an attorney, is that correct?
Mercifully.
Okay, well, I am, and I'm actually proud to be an attorney and know the laws, and I know how to read a judicial ruling. Furthermore, I know that since 1962, the Supreme Court has held that ongoing litigation does not prevent someone from testifying in a congressional hearing. So once again, I'm going to ask, why are you allowing President Trump and his family to have complete immunity from being audited?
Again, since you're a lawyer, you will understand that the U.S. Treasury and the IRS are represented by the Justice Department and the Acting Attorney General.
Yes, but I just mentioned a Supreme Court case that doesn't bar you from testifying. It's pretty clear to me, though, however, that you're not interested in answering questions. You're interested in arguing.
Guys, and it's also super, super clear that she came into this room for one purpose here, guys. That's it here. And that was basically to consistently throw dirt on Trump's name. Anyone that even aligns himself with Trump in this context here is almost immediately a target. Be fully aware of how she's even framing the questions. And the fact that she just basically said that she's an attorney, I think is starting to make a little bit more sense. Of course, she knows how to lead an argument.
Let me ask you this question. If President Biden amended a prior tax return and claimed that he was owed $1 billion, do you think that that would be audited, or should it be audited?
I'm not going to talk about any
because you're not really here to answer questions. I don't understand why you wouldn't audit that, and I don't understand why you wouldn't do the same for President Trump. So the ruling by the Justice Department,
do you have specific knowledge of an audit of President Trump?
Excuse me. It's my time. You're not here to ask me questions. I'm here to ask you questions, and hopefully you're here to try to answer some of them. I'm curious to know who counts as Trump's family for the purposes of this immunity. Is it his children, his in-laws, his grandchildren? his second or third cousin, his great-great-grandchildren? Do you know the answer to that question, Mr. Secretary?
Again, I imagine you have the Justice Department phone number. I would suggest you call them.
I'm not the one that runs the Department of the Treasury or that oversees what is happening with this immunity
And
that has been granted.
I'm not the one either. We follow the instructions of our lawyers, and we obey the law,
I
Representative.
hope that you're proud of your performance today, Mr. Secretary, because I
hope you get some social media
I think it's pretty
clips.
safe to say that this is probably the
They're
most
coming.
corrupt Treasury Department in our nation's history. And
I am going to
while you
have to
dance
take
around questions
exception
to
with that.
protect
That is a
Trump,
slanderous
Americans are
statement.
suffering
That is a
in Trump's
slanderous
spiraling
statement.
economy.
And
Inflation is now rising faster than average hourly wages.
Nah.
Gas prices are at an all-time high with the war in Iran. The cost of groceries has risen 3.2% over the past years, and prices on most goods have gone up because of Trump's tariffs. So I don't see how you could call that anything other than a failure of the most corrupt Treasury Department in history.
Your time has expired, Ms. Sanchez.
Thank
Good.
you. My
Let's
time
move
has
on to the
expired.
next.
I'm not gonna
Secretary,
take
I would love for
firefighting
you to
hits.
respond to the accusations at your department, because I think you were due the opportunity for that.
The
Right.
Congresswoman
Jeez.
is slanderous. She has nothing but the unsubstantiated opinions, and I will not stand for that. There is nothing corrupt. We move at the highest levels, and just because she cannot get the answer she wants, if she would like to give me facts, she seems long on facts, short on facts, long on hot air, and I will not stand for that. Yeah, that's great.
This is the current state of Washington, D.C. I'm not sure we're going to be able to move past this here, guys. Listen, it's the same thing here. All right. We just saw a video with Marco Rubio kind of going through a similar thing here. It always seems like the Democrat, okay, is absolutely levying all types of absolute ignoramus-based, made-up slander, all right, onto someone for the sole purpose of getting a clip so they can go viral on their social media exclusively, while not allowing generally the other person, which unfortunately seems to be a man every time, all right, to be able to answer these questions here. That's it here. It seems like this is all set up just for the idea of social media. All right. I do think that we, in fact, need to be able to see what's going on in Washington, D.C. regularly. I'm not saying that needs to be taken away from us here, guys, and there's under no circumstance. But if you are allowed to perform, basically stand on your high horse, right, say all of the things you'd never generally say to someone's face, right, you're only saying these type of things with the level of vitriol and aggression because you are in this room here, right? It's clownery, guys. The whole thing is just clown world bits and pieces of nonsense, guys. All right. Listen, when it comes down to who has the ability to get audited, bro, if you are an American citizen, you have the ability to be audited, period. Okay. We're just going to stand on that here. There's not a single person that is above you or I, if that makes any sense here. Some of them think that they are, right? But they're not. Okay. That's one thing here. But now to immediately start levying literally slanderous words, and you are an attorney, is interesting. But all right, listen, guys, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly. If you guys are new here, please like and subscribe. And in the meantime, guys, I'll go ahead and catch you guys later.